You've probably thought about building AI agents for your business. This could solve real problems, but then you start thinking about what's actually involved. The agent itself, that's straightforward, but everything else around it, that's where it gets a little bit complicated. You need somewhere where you can store your credentials. You need to make sure that the agent remembers context between tasks, and you need to be absolutely certain that whatever the agent has been told to do, it does that and nothing more. You need to see exactly what it's doing and you want to be able to trust it. Most people look at this and think that's months of engineering work. And honestly, that could be right. But here's what Anthropic just changed. And in this video, I'll show you exactly what you can build right now without any of the overhead just mentioned. So if we move over to the Anthropic's API docs, you can see the core concepts are agent, which is the model, the system prompt, the MCP server, and skills you will use. The environment, which is the important bit, is where you configure the container template, packages, network access. And the way to think about this is where your agent goes to the office. So it has a destination office which you could use 24/7. You have your session is what your agent is actually doing, and you have the events, which are events that happen between the tools and the agent itself. So it's actual outputs. So just below that are the prerequisites. So you need an Anthropic console account, which is different from your Claude.ai account, an API key so you can call upon the model that your agent uses, and you'll be charged on token usage. And then if we go to costs, which I'm already there. So as I mentioned, your model pricing is mentioned here for all the models on the left-hand side, but something just to be aware of as well is your session runtime. So every time your agent is running per hour, you'll be charged 8 cents, which is pretty reasonable. So what we're going to do now is create an agent from scratch. And this agent is a deal coordinator agent who takes unstructured sales data and creates tasks that are embedded in the text and creates tasks in Clickup, a project management tool, such as follow-ups, contract prep, onboarding setups, and it distributes it to the team in Clickup. So this agent will do this all automatically. You feed it the sales script, it reads through it, pulls out all the tasks, understand what needs to happen in what order, and then creates them in actual task in Clickup for your team to then review. So all I'm going to give it is describe your agent, and it's as simple as that. So read sales scripts, extracts any task or actions embedded in the text, create those tasks in Clickup with appropriate description, assignments, and deadlines based on context. And I'll click go. And that's it. You give it the instruction, the system converts it into a full agent definition. It creates a YAML and JSON files automatically. Those files contain everything. The model you're using, the exact boundaries of what the agent can, which tools it can access, and how it should behave. So just for this example, I'm happy with the YAML and JSON file instructions. We then go ahead and create this agent. It's come back and says your sales script task extraction agent is ready. And next we need to configure the environment. So I'll go ahead and click configure environment. So this is where the infrastructure piece becomes really obvious. The agent needs actually access to Clickup. How does it authenticate? Normally you have to manage API keys, rotate them regularly, make sure they're secure, audit who's using them. Instead, we just connect through auth one click. You're authorized your Clickup workspace, and then it's done. So right now I want to create a new environment. With that environment, you do want to give it limited access. It's by recommended by Anthropic. So the environment has been created and we can now start session. So a session is basically a container for one run of your agents. So when you start a session, the agent reads your sales script, works through it, creates the task in Clickup, and everything that happens during that session. Every decision, every piece of data the agent touches gets stored. If something goes wrong, you can see exactly where it happened, and you want to verify what the agent did, you can review the whole session. So with the connection to Clickup, I've already created a vault, which is a one-off connection between the agent and Clickup. So I could just use the one I've already created. And just for security, it's saying I am or I authorize this vault. So click confirm. And there you go. The agent is ready to go. Existing Clickup credentials are used. We could keep refining or we could do a test run. So we're going to do a test run and it's waiting for first message. You'll have a session opened on the right hand side, and I'm just going to paste in sales transcript, a mock dummy sales transcript, and click go. And you'll see the transcript run one by one, exactly what the agent is doing, working through the example. The agent is working through it now, reading the script, pulling out the task, figuring out what needs to happen next, what the priorities should be, who should be involved, and there is started to create task in Clickup, each one with information extracted from the sales script assigned to the right people based on what the script indicated. And if it had deadlines in the script, it will set them appropriately. Within this session, you can see what the agent has done successfully. It's created 14 tasks in project space in Clickup. You can expand this and see what the details of all the tasks it has created for me in Clickup. So if I go to now Clickup and go to project 1, you can see all the tasks that were in the sales closure transcript has been written in Clickup by department too. That was pretty cool. 8 cents an hour and any API token cost for the agent. Here's what's changed. So the infrastructure barrier was the big stopping point from most teams in shipping agents. And now Managed Agents has just created a solution. So these agents we looked at, sales support, takes months to build safely. With Managed Agents, it's a template and a couple of auth clicks. So this isn't about better model. It's not about smarter AI. It was just about removing that thing which was actually blocking you from shipping a production grade agent. So if you want to try this out, go to platform.claude.com. It's on public beta, $5 in credits to start. If you found this video useful, please do subscribe. And the next, I'll be covering Claude projects, another thing Anthropic shipped, and people are still not using it to the full capability.